To understand Rocky's opponents and who these characters were to be, essentially you've got to understand one of the underlying motivations of each of the films, which is that Rocky himself has to be the underdog. The characters who play against him have to have some quality that would offer opposition that was beyond what one might expect a human being to encounter.
All right, another right, all right, another right.
Without the antagonist, the protagonist is no one. And greatness ultimately need to be tested. And if you can live up to the test, that's where greatness is truly found.
The greater the villain, the greater the obstacle for the hero.
He's cut! He's cut! Russian's cut!
What makes a great villain is the enemy within himself.
These guys, these were monsters in their own way, each of them. And the choices that were made, always with the thought that how could Rocky overcome this? How could he match up to these individuals? And so when they were cast, it was essentially with that thought in mind, I believe.
I want the whole world to see me destroy this man after 2 short rounds. Because after this fight, he's going to have to donate what's going to be left of his body to science, but there won't be much. That I can guarantee.
We were just down to the last weeks before we were starting the picture, and just couldn't get the right actor to play Apollo Creed. Because we needed not only a guy who was a boxer, but it had to be someone who was just the opposite of this Rocky character. A classy, educated boxer is what we were looking for, in a sense.
What made Apollo Creed, I guess, a great opponent was Apollo Creed, as any great champion would do, will bring out something in you that you didn't know you possessed. You know, I mean, great opponents have the tendency to do that.
You're going down, man. You're going down.
He was a champion. He was truly a champion. And that was his power.
You're the best. You're the man. And he's yours. He's yours. He's yours. This bum shouldn't even be in the same ring with you.
There was something in that character that resonated as a man for people. That's meaningful to them, to be recognized as a man who stands up for what he believes and can handle himself with what he believes.
You think I beat him the last time? Do you?
You got the decision.
Man, I won, but I didn't beat him.
No matter where I go in the world, people still revere that character because of what he represented. I mean, there are places in the Middle East, there are places certainly in Africa, there are places in Mexico, there are places in this country where Apollo Creed is the man.
Great second round, and they're taunting each other. The round is over, but they're taunting each other. Everybody in the audience better get ready for World War III.
I ain't going down no more.
If you give up too easily, then it doesn't matter how great that person is as an opponent. It's a statement about you. I mean, Rocky says I could go the distance. But I think it's about you having greater capacity than you thought you had.
Hey, I don't believe it. Yes, he is.
The guy dreams of just getting in the ring and, you know, having a chance. But a chance doesn't necessarily define you. It's what you do with the opportunity, you know. It may seem that there is no way that you can ever defeat the nemesis, but you won't defeat whatever that thing is inside you. You know, you won't extinguish the light. Somebody else is gonna have to put this baby out because I ain't gonna extinguish it, you know. That's where I think you get defined. As a human being, as an athlete, as a whatever.
Lean inside, champ. I'm gonna stop the fight. Hey, you understand? You ain't stopping nothing, man. You ain't stopping nothing.
Apollo Creed also has flaws. He's a human being. And what I tried to capture was that one moment that isn't written where Rocky goes down and Apollo Creed thinks he's won, and he turns around and this guy's getting up. And I just remember trying to figure out how I'm gonna deal with that moment. And there was just this look like, you gotta be kidding me. And to this day, people will tell me about that one look.
6, 7, 8, 9.
What did Apollo Creed, I guess, learn, you know? You can't count a guy out just because he hits the floor. You got to finish him off. If he's an opponent, you got to finish him. And you know, all the great athletes, they finish. They finish, man.
Oh, no. Our right hand is free. Now it's fell ball. It's free. Now a tremendous left by Ricky. They're standing dead in the center of the ring, toe to toe. I don't know why the champion is fighting the whole
In order for Rocky to succeed, he had to face an opponent that was greater than himself, that he had to summon courage that he didn't even know existed within him in order to become the hero. The thing about Clubber Lang, I think, to me, was essentially epitomized by one line that he has in this picture. When he's asked by an interviewer just before the fight.
What's your prediction for the fight, Myth?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
It's one of my favorite moments in all the films. And it's only Clubber Lang that could have said it. Because he was ready to dish it out. But he also was ready to take it. Besides this incredible physical quality of him. We didn't ever conceive of this mohawk haircut. That was the guy, you know, that was Mr. T.
No one quite seen anybody look like that before, you know. He had gold chains, you know, the mohawk. He's a pretty intimidating looking character.
Dead meat.
I mean, he knew how to frighten people. It was his business.